Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. This is the third video or installment of this series, the Prep and Protect of the Competition M5. We're ready to do the paint correction. Now that we've done some spot correction and removed any of the major imperfections, and they were just moderate at most, we have just a little bit of overall dullness and very light blemishes to remove. So the combination I pick is going to be very, very important. We want to bring out 15 to 20% more gloss on the finish, remove the light imperfections, and leave as much of that thin, soft, clear coat behind as possible. So we're going to pick the Roops Ultra Fine DA foam pad. We'll attach that to the Max Shine 21 millimeter, and we're going to use the Geon primer, and this has very, very fun abrasives and also a little bit of silica resin to lay down a foundation or the building blocks to this major coating that's going on here. When everything's said and done, there will be 6 layers, including the primer layer, 2 base coat, 2 topper, and then right before it leaves, I'm going to give it something to be a sacrificial layer as the coating cures the next 10 days. I like doing these series for you guys. I can pass along so much more information in these series than doing product reviews. So I'll mix it up. I'll do both. I'll continue to do both, but a little bit more of these types of series to help you guys out. Something I'm going to share. The primer polishes such as this Geon primer, and there are many other. Extreme Solutions has one. Just about every company has one now, along with the all-in-one that includes SiO2 all-in-ones. You don't want to work them more than 2 passes. So a crisscross pattern, which equals 2 passes, will be fine. If you want to wipe off the residue and check your work, load up the pad if you want to do some more passes. Why? If you do work the product for a long period of time and take advantage of the long cycle time, you're actually going to break down the silica resin within the formula, and that will weaken the foundation that you want to lay down, or the protection you want to lay down if you're using it as an all-in-one. The first-person view here will give you a better view of how to work these primers. Keep your arms moving, crisscross pattern again, but don't hover in one area for a long period of time. Slightly faster than correction speed. The Roops Fine and Ultra Fine. The Fine is a yellow pad. The Ultra Fine, of course, this white pad here, have been great on softer clears. I think they will be useful for you. I will put a link down below where to look into them further if you need them. I'll work a slightly larger area than when I was correcting and leave it set there and dwell for a little bit. Give the SiO2 a little bit of a chance to start to bond, and then wipe away the carrier. Every step we take here, the finish is improving more and more. Can't wait to see when this is done. Simply continue this process all the way around the car. This process here will not take you long at all. And at this point, I'll give this up to Junior, the up-and-coming paint correction specialist, to finish up. And when you're done, you simply let it sit. We're going to let it sit overnight, which will be somewhere around 12 hours till we can get back to it. And that will give those primers within the formula enough time to cure, and we can move on to the next step, looking glossier by the minute. The gloss meter will put some numbers behind what we're seeing, and we are getting there slowly but surely. We're shooting for triple digits. Maybe that'll happen, at least maybe 98, 99 gloss units when we're done. So after it's fully cured, we're going to grab a nice plush microfiber and a weak IPA solution, and we're just going to mist into the microfiber, go around, collect any dust from anything that's settled over the car sitting overnight in the shop, and then removing any polishing agents or residue that was left over from jeweling the vehicle. After a trip around the car, we are finally ready to coat. And the team that I picked is the Art to Shine metal oxide coating. And then to top it, the TAC Systems graphene topper. An excellent team. I've tested it. They work well together and they look incredible. They perform incredible. When it comes to coatings, guys, metal oxide coatings are important, and I try to use those a lot in my area. I'm going to explain why in a future video or two, but I believe they are more important than the graphene coatings available, titanium coatings, just regular SiO2 coatings. I will explain. Just stay tuned to the channel. The metal oxide coating from Art to Shine is a heavy-duty pro-grade coating, but very easy to apply. I'll work a 2x2 or a 3x3 section at a time, crisscross pattern, not lifting the block, and then following up with two microfibers. I get asked often about the microfiber situation and what to do with them after or during a coating. Do you throw them away? Do you downgrade them? Do you wash them as quick as you can? I'll explain that. But first, let me give you a neat first person view of the carbon fiber roof and us laying down the metal oxide coating on top of it. As you can see here, a little bit does go a long way. So once you crack open that vial, make sure you have a couple cars lined up to go through the bottle in a timely manner. The shelf life once opened is really short compared to there's a shelf life with the container completely closed. They don't last forever. Use them as soon as you can. All right, I get a lot of questions on the microfibers, what to do with them. Well, first of all, I get asked how many I go through. I probably will have 12 to 16 microfibers in here by the time I'm done. Every few panels, I'm going to switch because they get saturated, so to speak, rather quickly with the coating. And then you just start pushing the coating around, not effective removing the transfer solution. But drop them in a bucket, warm water, with a ½ ounce to an ounce of Power Clean. That will slow down the curing process enough to get them into a washing machine and clean them so you can still guys, you want to downgrade them to maybe just interior work or engine bay or wheels or something like that. I never lay them down onto a finished vehicle, the painted surfaces or pillars again. Now it's time to get into those tighter areas, and we'll take care of the black trim, take care of the grill area. So I'll take the microsuede applicator off the block and just wrap it around my fingers and get them that way. There are a few other ways you can get some of the more intricate designs in grills. You can use some of the foam painting sticks that you can pick up anywhere they sell paint, and just put a couple drops on the foam and then work it in between the grates of the grill. Another way I like to apply coating to these areas is by spraying them, but I have my son right next to me in the next bay doing some delicate work, and we do not want either the vapors or the mist of the coating flying around, so I'm going to stick to this procedure today. Here at the shop, our customer gets the full treatment, and that means all painted surfaces will get coated with the coating of their choice. Door jambs, any painted surfaces under the trunk, under the hood, underneath the vehicle, and even inside. Sometimes you have some of these real neat little sporty cars that have some interior work that is the same color as the exterior, and they get included as well because they're top coated. This will conclude all painted surfaces, so while we're under the hood, we're going to protect all of the plastic trim and covers in this area, and that will complete the engine bay. So we're going to use the Acute Sense from Tax System, and that is an excellent plastic coating. It is chemical resistant, UVA, UVB, makes it easy to clean. You just apply it with a microfiber applicator and level it off very lightly with a microfiber towel. Guys, even if you have a beater, keep the engine compartment of your vehicle clean. Dirt acts as an insulator, and then it makes the engine run hotter and less efficient. That's going to do it for this installment. The conclusion of this series will be up and published shortly so we can see our finished results. Thanks for stopping by, guys.